So hey, how's it going, everybody? So I'm gonna try to video as much as I can, but I'm gonna get my dad's help, so we'll see how this goes. But we're getting ready to install an electric heater to my 308 BHS open range. It did not come, now the electrical box, which I'll show you, did not come with the heat option, so we're having to swap out the box as well as the thermostat, and then we'll add the heating coils up here in the air conditioning unit. I'll show you how that goes, but it just direct line in basically into the intake up on the other side. There's another version that goes into this is the Dometic, so there's another version for like inside units that don't have a ducted unit, but this is ducted, it's fully ducted, so it's a separate kind that goes in. So I'll show you how all that goes, and hopefully everything goes all right. We'll see. All right, so this guy right here doesn't have the right holes for our setup, so we're gonna drill new holes. I'll start on this side. How about that? There you go.
It doesn't want to. Switch it up to number 2.
All right, so this is the old box here, and as you can see on the top, it says for AC without heat strip option. So we have the heat strip option, have 3 guys here to connect to, and since it doesn't have that, we got to switch out this box to be able to use our heat strip option, which the heat let's see if I can turn on the light. The heater coil is going to go right in here, right before that coil there. It's a little dirty, we'll clean it up before we put the heater in there. But that's where the heating coil is going to sit, and then we'll change out this box, and it will be this one right here. So a lot of this stuff just unplugs, and we'll plug in what we can, and like these knife connections will come off, and we'll plug these back in. But this right here, love you too, baby. This right here is where the heat strip is going to plug in, and I didn't have that on my other, so that's why we're going to replace it so we can have this heat strip option. And then we'll have a new thermostat, because our current thermostat doesn't have the heat strip option. So, but yeah, so that's what's going on here. All right, so we finished replacing it. We just put the power on, and everything was just connect. We just unconnected it and reconnected it back up. We did have to open up this box right here to figure out which connectors were what right here. And these are for the heater for the furnace, and so they connected on the outside, but we couldn't tell what they were from the outside. So we opened that up to look in there, and you got to open it up anyways to take these out. So yeah, so we're gonna turn it on and see if everything runs like normal before we change anything else. Well, the furnace is already on. Let's go to fan high. All right, fan works. Go to cool. Cold?
It's hard to tell. It's getting cold. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it's cold. Now we're gonna turn on the furnace. we'll turn it up so we can definitely feel it. Fan, turn that to auto. Furnace kicks on. Okay, I think we're good.
Yeah.
Nice.
And we'll just tape this up.
So here is the heater coil I was telling you about, and I'll kind of show you how it fits up there. But it's really simple. Hardest part we just finished, so we're gonna put this up and bolt it in and we'll be done. So this is what it looks like once it's installed. It's gonna bolt up here. It actually lines up really well, and this isn't real hard, so you can like manipulate this pretty easily to get it to line up. But everything lines up. I'm gonna plug it in, and then once I tighten this down, we'll go check it and make sure it turns on. So what it looks like, it's all installed. Bolts in there, two bolts there. It's pretty sturdy, and I'll just slide the top back on. This is a foam piece, so just be careful whenever you're taking it off and on, because it definitely could break. It would not be fun. Trying to make sure I got all the dust out of this. You run filters, but it still doesn't always help. Okay. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Alright, and just put the, they call it a squirrel cage over top of this, and then we're good to test. So just pop the cover off. You got these three little guys here. You gotta swap over, and then just take the screws out to unmount it from the wall. And then we'll change out the fixture. Alright, so that's cool. Getting cool?
Feels like it.
Okay.
It's going pretty cold.
Then mode, furnace. So this should be the furnace. So that's working. Okay, and then mode, heat strip.
Where's the heat come out?
Is this game on? What's that?
Comes out of the same. Comes out of the same unit, the mechanical.
Yeah. Let's see.
So hey, this is future me. So we installed the heat strip a couple of days ago, and one of the things that we figured out was when it's really cold and we're going from like having absolutely no heat in the house, it probably is better to run the furnace, the propane heat, for just a little bit to get the kind of house up to temp, and then let the heater take over from there. But from what we've experienced so far, we haven't had like super cold nights. There was that one cold night at first, but after that we haven't really had a whole lot of really cold nights since we've installed it. But there have been some, and it's definitely kept the chill off. It's kept the kids' room pretty warm because their room is in the back furthest away. So yeah, so it's been really good. Haven't had any issues out of it. It's not like blasting heat out of the vents, but I don't think I would want it to. I think it would melt stuff in there if it did. So I think having just some nice warm air coming through the vents helps a lot. The bulk of our winter is probably going to be spent in Florida this year, so we won't have to use it a ton, but if we do, we won't have to use up propane. And then we'll be back here for some coldness, and so we'll use it again. But I think all in all, it's been really good. We haven't had any problems installing it. Install was really easy. The hardest part was finding all of the parts, because my unit didn't have the box allowed you to put the heat strip in. So I'm going to try to link everything that we got, and so you guys can see what we have, see if it's something that you can use on your units if you want to. Like I said, it was all really easy though. Most of it was just plug, unplug, and plug it back in. Easy stuff. So nothing complicated. You don't have to be an electrician or anything like that. The only thing was it did take some I call them wire nuts. They're the little nuts when you have a wire, two wires put together, and you just tighten it down. But that was super easy, wasn't very difficult at all. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions, just ask, and I'll try to answer any questions that you have. I'll try to answer those in the comments. Thanks for watching.